Hey everyone, a very warm welcome to our listeners to We Give a Fox, where we really give a fox about you and your opinions. Me and my foxy partner Harsh have been talking about it for a few days now, and we thought of recording this podcast about the same as to why has this whole demand of free gigs gone up so much. Why has the entertainment industry been so badly hit? Why, when the same industry that has stood with everybody, risen to every occasion, not cared about festivals, not cared about being with their families through New Year's, Diwalis, and Eids, why is it now that they're left behind? Now that everybody is looking for free entertainment, so what's really the solution for independent artists? Harsh, my foxy partner, over to you.
I personally feel that after talking to Manish, whatever conversation we've had, it has opened my mind up because I have been on the forefront of things initially while growing up. I've been the one watching TV, I've been the one attending events. So when I see all these kind of hosting happening, I see all these dances happening, I see all these performances, I've seen all these films. The only thing I realize is that I'm sure there's a lot of effort that goes behind. And you guys have been the forerunners of the show. Am I right?
I mean, yes, all of us, Harsh, in the community, in the ecosystem, we've always been there for our community, for our society, and I think now is a great time to show solidarity towards these artists, towards stand-up comics, towards MCs, towards dancers. So today we have somebody very interesting over here with us. He's an ex-Navy commander. He left the Indian Navy and started stand-up comedy back in 2014 because of so many funny tales that he had to tell. Well, his video Lake on Raha Bay touched a whooping 2.2 million organic views on YouTube. He's performed all over Canvas Laugh Club, TEDx speaker, and the very dear friend of ours. Drum rolls! Let's welcome none other than the naughty commander, Manish Tyagi.
Once we are done
Mm,
with like our just things we
yeah.
do on a daily basis, we go onto YouTube and we go onto Instagram, we log on the internet or we go for shows. What's happened is of late because of COVID, people have neglected this entire section of the industry, thinking that it's a rich section inherently कि
Mm,
entertainment में तो बहुत पैसा है मतलब इनके पास बहुत पैसा होगा,
mm,
which is something
true.
we want to denounce as a
True.
behavior,
Yeah.
which is something we need to get people to realize that it's not the truth. Entertainment has taken as severe a hit as an FMCG
Mm,
has,
mm,
and maybe worse because people are still eating food, but people are not buying tickets on Insider Book My Show.
sure.
So I'd like to know a little bit about uh, your association with entertainment because the rest of it, pretty much all of us know, and we're going to add that as a part of our introduction bit of it, everything that we know
See,
about you.
come to the fact which we are talking about is that this situation, everything has gone into a standstill for the entertainment industry, and especially if you talk of, let's say, I'll talk about stand-up comedy per se. No shows, no travel, no shows, no people gathering in the same place, no restaurants open, no auditoriums, right? The same applies to cinema. Cinema also closed, the theaters are closed. Nothing is happening. People are not getting together, and that's exactly the biggest challenge. Now, how does one sustain and survive in this point in time? Because let's look at it this way. Because if you are not traveling, you're not doing shows, where does the revenue come from? Yes, I agree that if you look at the pyramid per se, and you say that okay, there is this 5%, not even 5%. Like it's a very social kind of a thing. Like in India, if you say how many people are billionaires, you just got like 5% or maybe 3% or whatever number I had. I don't have no
Yeah,
idea.
yeah, yeah.
Similar entertainment industry, you see when you read about film stars getting like he got 100 crores for a movie. It doesn't mean that everybody else is getting that kind of money because it's a complete chain. Okay, it's like a food chain.
Yeah.
So the same applies to stand-up comedy also at this point in time. There are some guys who are the best and who are doing exceptionally well in terms of the finances. But now it is that they can't travel too. So it's everybody's stuck. It's like you're on a. I was in the Navy, so it's like you're on a warship and you are in Sea State 6. Everybody is throwing up. So yeah, let's say we talk of those 5% people who might be able to survive this pandemic for next, let's say, 6 months. Nothing comes by, some work. Let's assume nothing is coming by. So they probably can survive, which is also very difficult because if let's say one is used to getting an X amount every month on a top comic, he's got EMIs, he's got expenses, everything is there. So how does he fill that? So if like one of the guys, let's say I say that today, if I talk about myself, let's say I would have bought a flat in Bombay for let's say 5 CR. So that because let's assume I'm doing very well and I want to shift there and I've got a loan of 3 CR or 4 CR or whatever it is. And I'm filling in that 40-50 lakhs a month. But suddenly I realize everything is stopped, right? So फिर कहाँ से पैसा आएगा? For me to go on stage, there are hundreds of people out there. You wanna perform. It's a therapeutic in its own ways for people. Like
I completely understand.
एक तो
As
पैसा
someone
नहीं
who's
आ
on
रहा.
stage as well. Yes.
हाँ, एक तो पैसा नहीं आ रहा. ऊपर से थेरेपी नहीं मिल रही. It's a double whammy.
ऊपर से थेरेपी के पैसे देने पड़ रहे हैं दूसरे थेरेपिस्ट को.
Correct. So now what happens is that the rest of the say 90% guys, 80% guys who were, let's say somebody quit his job to become a stand-up comic, all right, and he gave up his IT job or whatever it is to become a stand-up comic. What does he do? Where does he go on a daily basis? How does he function? Because अब क्या हो गया कि YouTube पे भी there is so much content out there. There is so much content there. There are just a handful of guys who will do probably 1 million a week or a day, and then their views also just drop. Like it's not like if a guy's done 1 million a day, it becomes 30 million in 30 days. It's like in 30 days you might be at 2.5. Because most of the people at that, I think this time are focusing on Amazon Prime and because movies, so stand up and a lot of this stuff takes the backseat at this point in time. तो अब क्या होता है कि उसके अलावा because you now feel the need to feed yourself, like I said, as far as therapy is concerned, so you agree to do a free webinar, you agree to do a small 30-minute bit for somebody just to stay in touch and get the feel of maybe in the pandemic you're writing that stuff, but you do it once, you do it twice, and then everybody looks up and expects कि हाँ ये अब फ्री में कर देगा. ऐसे 30 मिनट्स में क्या होता है यार, दोस्ती के लिए कर दे भाई. And I'm like, dude, तुम लोग का तो खर्च चल रहा है, but इधर तो प्रॉब्लम है थोड़ा. Now I've heard this very stupid argument which a lot of people give कि अरे sir, so it becomes also I think stand-up comedians and people in the entertainment industry are the people who are the softest targets at this point in time, because everybody has a smartphone and a geo and a mobile, and like anybody can write any shit. You can create an ID which is very pseudo, you don't even know who the person is behind. So this is so irritating and so offending when people start saying कि सर कितना पैसा कमाओगे, कहाँ लेके जाओगे, कुछ तो फ्री में कर दो. I've heard people say this to me. There are people who say, अरे क्या पेंशन तो मिलती है ना, तो अभी क्या टेंशन है, तुम ये सब करते रहो, तुमको क्या जरूरत है. So how does one even argue and wrestle that kind of a mindset, And even if there is one guy out of 100 people who says that, makes that statement to you,
it triggers you.
It triggers you, irrespective of your age. You might say I'm very mature and I've reached that stage where I can handle all this troll stuff, but these are very personal attacks, and people think it's funny. So then they'll say, oh, you know what, I was just kidding and all. There's no kidding. There's koi kid nahi karta hai. Like they say, there's always a reality behind kidding, all right? So there's no kidding happening absolutely. Because that's the mindset. Arey yaar, isko kya kar dega, theek hai yaar, ye hai. That's a big challenge, all right? So, but having said that, come back to quickly, now slowly some online shows have started happening. I was a couple of shows online. And I know guys who were probably selling tickets at 1,500 in a live show earlier are probably doing shows for $250 online.
So the theme of this show, the theme of this episode was supposed to be, it's not funny anymore. The oxymoron here is that being a stand-up comic, it is supposed to be funny, but for all of us in this scenario, in this paradox, it's not funny for any of us because there's no money.
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
And when one is not making that bucks, that mullah is not coming in, that greens are not flowing in, the right kind of greens only, the happiness goes away slowly and steadily. Coming to the next part of it, the reduction in pricing. So I follow the whole entertainment and stand-up industry quite closely, because you would have realized that I am not just because I'm X number of years of age.
But you mentioned earlier also that you are fond and you wanted to get an try yourself into stand up and
Yeah, I mean, like, I've studied theater for 9 years. Like, why not? Like, do something out of it. Honestly, at the moment, I'm demotivated to even help
Absolutely, I'm
someone.
sure. I'm sure.
And
I'm sure you
it
must be.
sounds very weird when people message me, uh, saying I'm feeling this and I'm feeling that. And at that particular point of time, I have to bring that back inside me to be that motivational speaker. Similarly, you might not be feeling that funny inside you. You might not be
Yeah,
feeling that
absolutely.
comical. But when you go on the show, you have to be that way. Are you feeling any
Absolutely.
of that at the moment when you do your
No,
shows
so
online?
no. So for with me, what happens is when I go online for my show, I on stage also and here also in person. When I get there, I'm completely I isolate myself from everything else which is there in my head. I forget everything else and I just focus on what I'm doing. So that is me. That's my way of doing it. But having said that, like you said rightly, the thing is that there are times when some things play up now because it's an online thing. But as an artist, I thought that the best way also would be to keep people sane, and I started doing a live. I did it for 12 days, live at 5. I used to do an FB and then I would go live at 5:30 on Insta for an hour. 1.5 hours I used to do live every single day. Till I realized that I can't do it anymore. अब मेरे में नहीं रहा वो. Because the whole thing was going on and you realize that somebody would come and write some shit that Insta pe kisi ne. See, Facebook is a little more closer because they are your connects who are there online. But
Yeah.
Insta can come and do it. So it would be like यार क्या है. तो एक बार ये हुआ कि मैंने बोला okay, let's do an Insta at 8 like it's a free live thing and people are like यार रामायण आ रहा है अभी आप कभी और कर दोगे मतलब तुमको फ्री में भी मिल रहा है और तुमको ये भी मतलब you know what I mean to say.
The problem of plenty.
हाँ, प्रॉब्लम ऑफ प्लेंटी के अलावा भी द प्रॉब्लम ऑफ बीइंग टेकन फॉर ग्रांटेड दैट यार इसको तो जब बोलो कर देगा तो फ्री बैठे हो ना यार कर दो क्या होता है. Also, like like you rightly said, a lot of people reach out for some kind of. So when I was traveling and I was doing shows, it was very easy for me to कि शाम को किसी ने बोला सर मेरे को एडवाइस चाहिए तो चलो कोई बात नहीं half an hour you get on the phone you do it. But now the time has come that I don't want to do it anymore. You know what I mean to say? Like I still get messages of people saying sir I need help in public speaking. I said please pay X amount of money. Token amount of money. It's nothing. It's just a token amount of money because then the person values your time and then the person values your what which you're giving. So I got this call from a message from a very expensive international residential school in India where they wanted me to do a show for students from class 11. I was like, class 11 के बच्चों को मैं क्या बताऊंगा stand up comedy. And I said, okay, do you have a budget? And he's like, message पे आ रहा है नहीं, we don't have money and all. And it was sent from an iPhone and all. So I like, dude, तुम लोग international residential school में हो, ठीक है? Which means that the pops would be paying a few lakh rupees.
Few lakhs is too underestimated, sir.
Just to stay, I said, and just to be there. Forget other expenses and everything else.
We're very comprehensive of the fact that it's not funny anymore. People need to stop negotiating and asking stuff for free because तुम भाजी मंडी में नहीं खड़े हो, तुम सब्जियां खरीदने नहीं आए हो. This is entertainment. As much as your money and time is important, it's the same for us. We don't make millions. By we, I mean extension of entertainers, speakers, motivational speakers, teachers for that matter. From my personal knowledge, I think coaches have stopped doing a lot of free stuff online. Already YouTube is full of a lot of free stuff, and we really feel that monetization for younger people like us, for people who are budding as entertainers, is going to be very difficult if the market is so populated, if the industry is so lethally given for free. Now I'll do a quick question for you. This has been on my mind for the long time. I thought I'll keep it for the special occasion. I'm sure people might have not asked you this question. What is the naughty and naughty commander on your Instagram?
So commander was easy. It's something that relates to your past and the current. So then at that time, 3 years back, I was probably doing content which was pretty much 18 plus. All right. So I said naughty NAUGSTY zyada ho jayega. And because I'm an engineer, so there is KNOTS. The speed of the ship is measured in knots. Okay. So I said KNOTT sounds a very good option for a commander because that's how naughty commander is.
Damn it. You know what I thought? Like, although we have like whatever on our head, but I thought, you know how you tie knots? Like,
yeah, sure. You could be taken that way also.
As a person. Yeah, I'm quite dyslexic, so my spellings are bad, so I don't know the real spelling of knots. So I thought like knots mean the interloops between the knots that you keep cracking and the layers in which you created, which is why it's naughty commander. So last question is, what is the secret of your, where do you draw your creative inspiration when you face a creative block? What happens to you when you feel like you're not being able to be creative? Also, what's your final message to the young people out there who are not being able to be productive?
Yeah, you know what? So for me, what happens is yeah, it happens all the time that you're stuck at home for last 70 days. You've seen, I'm more like an observational comedy guy.
Yeah.
If I'm not stepping out of the house, how do I observe? So मैं घर में ही मम्मी का कुछ observe करता हूँ, things that happen at home, and I try to figure out from there. Something like today it came to my mind suddenly, and I put this joke out also. Is it me, or it's only my mother, or some other parents also do it? कि बेटा एक पत्ता गोली लिया दवाई की, जिंदगी भर खानी है, लेकिन एक पत्ता ला देगा, क्यों? क्योंकि उनको सस्ता लगता है वो. So you start thinking on those lines, and you do that. So there are times when you're down and out, but that's what works for me. That's where I find my inspiration, because I find humor is the way of survival. It's a survival instinct for me. All right. So I
Yeah.
this is me. This is all my life. I have found humor to be the thing that supports me and my irrespective where. So I used to say this also in the ship when there was the first situations, like we are rolling, pitching and stage six, engine has failed, jet set has failed. मेरा humor level और ऊपर. Get 5 humor level 5x, 10x और बड़ा मस्त. No tension, smiling. People who say आप मुस्कुरा रहे हैं, मैंने कहा हाँ तो. And that's that. Let's share quickly that I was once in a DRDO establishment as a security officer, and then President Abdul Kalam was visiting. And that time there was an attack which had happened at ISC Bangalore a week back, and we were having this major international conference. So I walked into the meeting room, and there was this scientist who were my directors, and people who were sitting, and I'm the security officer, and they're looking, Tyagi ji, you are smiling, and we are shitting. I said, if I don't smile, then you will not be here, sir. होगा करेंगे, काम करना है ना, करो, अभी हो जाएगा क्या. So my only advice to youngsters today is don't allow blame, excuse, and denial to turn your dreams into dust. Because for everything that goes wrong in the country and in our lives, we start blaming somebody, we find an excuse, and we are in denial all the time. Like today, if you look at New Zealand Prime Minister is doing the best job, people are denying, अरे ऐसे ही छोटा country है, वो तो manage कर लिया. How we are.
ये सब सुन के ना मेरे कान नहीं, मेरा दिमाग भी खुल गया है. Honestly, I feel more empathetic towards our stand-up comics, our performers, our entertainers now. It's a really sad state of things that's going around. People really need to understand that they can't ask for free stuff all the time. There's nothing known as pro bono in the entertainment industry because bills don't come pro bono, things don't come for free. So it's high time we all realize and join our hands for the same industry that has always stood for us, that we do it together. It's not funny anymore. Let's make this work and let's stop asking for stuff for free or on discount.
Thank you so much for summing it up for us, Harsh. And I totally agree with you. I'm with you on that. Thank you so much, Manish, for being here with us. Your opinions, your thoughts were so insightful. And I'm full of hope for the future. I'm full of hope that the society, all of us, will come together as one, and we'll understand and be more empathetic in the future towards our entertainers, towards the artists, towards stand up comics, because it's not funny anymore.
Thank you to all our listeners for tuning in. Until then, we'll see you in the next episode.